I think many fathers, many parents, in fact, in India especially, have had this, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, have had this thing, where you want your son to be an engineer and your daughter to be a doctor. I think that is how it has been. But my mother, I have to tell you, a little story, an anecdotal one. My mother always wanted me to be a doctor. She was insisting, she was actually very passionate about it. She's always said, there isn't a single doctor in the family, you should actually become a doctor. I ended up taking biology. I eventually ended up as a biotechnologist. That's a different story. Back in 91, when I was in my +2, I studied reasonably well. I don't think I'm a top of the class student, but I was a above average student, let me put it that way. And back in that day, we had MSET. Now I think it's NEET. Back in that day, it was MSET. So right after I finished my +2, I only could garner a 1600 rank. I wasn't one of those top students who could get into the top 100 or 200. So I ended up getting only B Pharmacy, and I could have possibly gotten agriculture or something. I didn't want to do that. Then I actually went to Karnataka, took that entrance test. Now what happened is, of course, in Karnataka there were many more medical colleges. The private medical college system is far more robust, so I got in there. In fact, I got in some of the best colleges in Karnataka. But my father is a very persuasive man. He can convince you, to basically do anything he wants. Right? So when I came and told him that I got through this entrance test in Karnataka and I'm going to join medicine in Karnataka, he told me, do you know how many years a doctor's, kind of takes to settle into life? I said, I have no clue. My mom wanted me to be a doctor, so I'm going to be a doctor. He said, you'll be 32 or 33 by the time you complete your graduation, post-graduation, super specialization and a bunch of other things. And then for the rest of your life, you could be called at 12 in the midnight, for an emergency, and you'll have to run. So there won't be much of a work-life balance. He kind of basically stressed me out by saying all that. I said, okay, if that is the case, I'm not doing it. I'd rather do something else. So that's how I ended up not being a doctor, is where I'm going with this. But I do believe sincerely, because each and every time some family member of mine had an emergency, the kind of admiration, the kind of respect in that moment, any person would have toward the doctor that treats you is something that is unquantifiable, immeasurable, and that kind of gratitude, that kind of amazement with which we look at you, all the people engaged in this noble profession, that cannot be summed up in words. So my compliments to you, because these are all intangibles. Now I am the Minister for Municipal Administration. I keep telling my team, that अगर हैदराबाद को हम लोग हर दिन साफ रखते हैं, हर दिन अगर साफ सुथरा रखते हैं, कोई हमें कॉम्प्लीमेंट नहीं देता है, कोई भी हमें तारीफ नहीं करता है, बट 4 दिन छोड़ दो, इतना गाली मिलता है. Same applies to you guys also. You treat a patient very well, you'll just be given a thanks. You'll just be told, you've done a great job, thank you very much. But that 1 out of 1,000 mess-ups will get you such flack that you will never ever forget for the rest of your life. That is a profession that you've chosen, unfortunately or fortunately. So therefore, it is a thankless job. But I think this is one opportunity that I would like to take to thank this entire brilliant team of medical professionals assembled here. Thank you very much on behalf of the people of Telangana, of all of us non-medical professionals.